Martina Navratilova, the tennis icon known for her advocacy on feminist and equality issues, has openly criticized the New York Times for its language in a recent article about women's college volleyball. The piece referred to biological women as non-transgender women, a term that has sparked outrage from many, including Navratilova, who took to social media to voice her disapproval. In her post on X, formerly Twitter, the 18-time Grand Slam champion wrote, "Greater than, NYT you stink. We are women, not transgender women. Just women will do in the future." The article in question centered on San Jose State University's volleyball team, which has advanced to the Mountain West Conference Final after several opposing teams forfeited their games. The controversy stems from the inclusion of Blair Fleming, a transgender athlete, on the San Jose State roster. Fleming's participation has led to heated debates, lawsuits, and concerns about fairness in women's sports. A group of women, including a teammate and a former coach, filed a lawsuit arguing that Fleming's inclusion violates their Title IX rights, which are meant to protect against sex-based discrimination in educational settings. The plaintiffs claim that allowing transgender athletes in women's sports undermines the competitive integrity of these leagues. However, a judge recently ruled that Fleming is permitted to continue playing. The NCAA's policy on transgender athletes requires that trans women maintain testosterone levels below 10 nanomoles per liter to compete in women's sports. Critics argue that this level is still significantly higher than what is typically found in biological women, with many experts stating that female athletes generally have testosterone levels much lower than this threshold. The New York Times article highlighted these rules, noting that the allowable level for transgender athletes is at least 4 times more than the upper range for most biological women. Navratilova, a 9-time Wimbledon champion and vocal advocate for maintaining fairness in women's sports, has consistently opposed policies she views as unfair to female athletes. In 2019, she described the inclusion of transgender women in women's sports as a form of cheating, calling it insane that athletes who were previously male could compete as women after minimal hormonal adjustments. She argued that such policies undermine the achievements of biological women in sports. The controversy has reignited broader debates over inclusion, fairness, and language in sports. Navratilova's criticism of the New York Times reflects a larger concern among many that the framing of such issues minimizes the identity and struggles of biological women. Critics argue that terms like non-transgender women unnecessarily complicate the language around gender and risk alienating female athletes. While the NCAA and organizations like the New York Times continue to navigate these complex issues, the discourse underscores the growing divide over how to balance inclusivity with competitive fairness. Navratilova's comments have once again brought attention to the challenges of maintaining integrity in women's sports amid evolving societal and cultural norms.